Good evening, everyone. First, I want to take the time to just thank and acknowledge every single one of the wonderful inductees tonight. It's an incredible group of people, and I just want to make sure we give them another round of applause. It's been really incredible. My name is Jason Tucker, and tonight, together with my sister Shelby, we have the tremendous honor and privilege of introducing our father, Mark Tucker, on the occasion of his induction into the Widener Hall of Fame. Yeah. When Tuck first shared with us that he was receiving this honor, I decided to do some research to figure out how he's gotten to this point. Now, according to the Widener men's hoops records, Tuck is number 12 all time in scoring with 1,317 career points. When I saw that number, I was almost positive that it was incorrect, because anyone who's played with my father knows that he's gotten up at least 200,000 shots. So you'd think that there would be a couple more points to go along with all those attempts. Next, I looked to the assist records. Obviously, my dad doesn't have any assist records. But I would like to shout out a couple of my dad's former teammates. Michael Donahue, the all-time record holder for assists. Coach Martelli, number 3 on that list. His partner in crime from another time, Mr. Shervin in the back. And really all of my dad's teammates. You gave up so many shots so that my dad could be here today and let it fly. Thank you for your service. Now as a player, my dad's mantra might be, you always miss 100% of the shots you don't take. But as a person, I want to share the 3 core values that define who my father is as a father. Passion, compassion, and fun. Now, let's start with that first one, passion. Dad, what was your record this morning? 1-1, right? Of course he played for that. My father has played basketball no less than 3 times a week for 55 years. But note the question, what was your record? The competition is the key. He's got that pathological desire to win. He'll do whatever it takes to get the job done. This is a man who still makes sure his phone is charged on the night of the NBA draft, just in case he gets the call. This is a man who's probably a little mad at me for wearing this sweater because it's the stinking Celtics colors. This is a man whose wedding anniversary coincides with the first day that college basketball practice is allowed to officially start, so he doesn't forget it. And my mother, Lynn Tucker, I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge you, Mom. You know, through all the days that my dad was coaching, my mom would intentionally sit on the visiting side stands so that she would be eye to eye with my father across the bench, and he could just look up and see that she was there supporting him. So thank you for Mom, because I know that that's important as well. Yeah. It's not just the game. It's the discipline, the practice, and commitment required to excel. Tuck believes that in basketball and in life, you play the game the right way, and that's how he approaches everything in which he's engaged. Now let's talk about that second item, compassion. My father treats people with respect and meets them where they are. He's considerate, and he's conscientious. Tuck has coached thousands of players over the years. He picks up the kids, takes them to practices, camps, games, and then he drops kids off all over the city at their front door, and he waits until they get inside their house so that he's sure that they're safe. When coaching high school hoops at Germantown Friends School, he bought all the security guards and janitorial staff team sneaks and team sweatsuits because they were an integral part of our team and our program, and they needed to be suited and booted just like the rest of us because you always take care of the people who take care of you. Tuck also co-founded a charity basketball tournament on behalf of the Reach Out and Read organization. This is an organization that promotes childhood literacy by providing free books to children at their pediatric visits. Every single dollar raised by this tournament goes to purchasing books for children. Tomorrow, coincidentally, is the 10th anniversary of this tournament. And to date, they have provided over 850,000 books to kids in the greater Philadelphia region. It's not enough just to play the game. You have to care. Finally, the fun. Tuck never loses sight of the fact that basketball is a game and games are supposed to be fun. I think my father's superpower is the way that he energizes children through his coaching. He's always enjoyed the challenge of coaching, high school kids and college kids, but it's the littlest hoopers that really recharge his batteries and give him energy. He still coaches sessions at the local YMCA every Saturday, and every single one of his classes is always over-enrolled. He coaches 3, 4, and 5-year-olds like his grandsons, all the way up to kids who are hopefully going to go out for their first high school team. Each class has little boys and little girls, kids of different races, kids who speak different languages, kids with different developmental and physical disabilities, and they all come together as a team to have fun. It's fun when he personally greets each little hooper with a, "Are you ready to go today? Put your game face on." It's fun when he asks each player what they had for breakfast and then scolds their parents if they didn't get them something to eat and they came to practice unfed. It's fun at the end of the practice when all the kids have to line up and demonstrate their shooting form, up and in, not like the picture over there, up and in, and they reach to grab a lollipop from a bucket that he's holding. And just to be clear, of course my dad ends every practice with a shooting drill. My father demonstrates accountability and integrity in everything he does and has always understood that basketball is a vehicle to connection and understanding. My dad grew up as an only child, and his entire life is a case study on how basketball can expand your family. Through basketball, my father has found more sisters, brothers, and children than he could ever have asked for. The basketball world is a family, and it feels like my father is the love in the center of it.
This is a demonstration of the oldest child and the youngest child. Dad, all I wanted to say to you was, heroes get remembered, but legends never die. You can take it.
So please join us in welcoming our father, Mark Tucker, on stage in the Widener Hall of Fame.
That was awesome.
Wow. First off, I want to thank the Widener organization, school, and the alumni organization for allowing me to join this great group of athletes and former students of Widener University. I didn't want to come to Widener, so just wanted you to know that. I got recruited by LaSalle University, and Joe Bryant was playing there. If you guys know who Joe Bryant is, that's Kobe's dad. I did play against him, and I held him to 42 points. So, just so you know. But they didn't want me, and they told me so. I mean, they wanted me to come and walk on. So, I got a call, and the call was to go to Swarthmore University. And you know Swarthmore, right? So, I was a pretty good student, because my dad had a real good saying very early on. It was books and girls in cars don't mix. And he used to tell me that. That was it. And, you know, until I was graduated from college, I was the dummy in the household. But I got an opportunity. I got recruited to go to Swarthmore. So I go on the Swarthmore visit, myself and my point guard, Kenneth Hutchison. We had a great weekend. I mean, you're at Swarthmore University. Rolling hills, black squirrels. It's a crazy campus. Unbelievable. Great time there. Had a great time. I go to one class, and I'm like, okay, I don't even know what they're talking about here. But it was still a great experience, because when I came back, I was playing in the Sunny Hill League, and I get another call, and it's Coach Rowe, and I get an introduction to Widener University. So I said, okay, where's Widener? So I go to Widener. First day, Vince Shervin, who's back there somewhere in the corner back there, Vinny, we call him Hondo. and a group of other players are sitting on the front steps at Old Main. I don't know if Phil was there, but they were sitting on the front steps of Old Main. Maybe Stevie Jones was there. Well, little did I know, they were sitting there for two primary reasons. I'm sorry, co-eds here. I'm sorry. Lynn, I'm sorry. There was two primary reasons. All the girls were coming from the girls' dorms to walk to the kitchen and the cafeteria. That was one reason. The second reason was they had a brown paper bag hidden in the bush, and they were drinking beer. Well, I'm like, okay, Mom, they got a good accounting program, but there was one thing that they said, one primary thing. They said, we come to win. Put it all out there to win. And Coach C. Allen Rowe, was a genius. He would get a couple Catholic kids, a couple public kids from the public league, and he would put us together. And we would get very, very upset with him, day in and day out. I hold two records that Mr. Wally Rice back there and Dennis James and Phil Martelli don't hold. And that's probably why I'm in the Hall of Fame. I got thrown out of practice more than any one player over 4 years of college. Literally, I got thrown out. Didn't miss a game, didn't use profanity, but I was thrown out of practice. Why? Because Rowe had a habit of going back and outlining everything you did the year before if you lost to that team. Everything, every little item. And he did it consistently over time. I was the one guy who said, didn't you coach us that year, coach? So it got us in a lot of trouble. So with that said, I just want to sum up with one thing. This morning I got up at 5, so this is late for me. I went and played hoops. We were 1-1. And yeah, I did shoot the ball. That's why I'm there. Tomorrow, we go again. I line up tomorrow for something Widener set in place for me. We raise money for the Reach Out and Read program. Let me explain a little bit about that program. A lot of us here have grandchildren and children. You can go home and pull a book off the shelf and you read to your son or daughter or your granddaughter or grandson. And that's an easy pathway for you. You have that opportunity. Well, I stuttered as a young man, so my mother used to read to me every day. So when I heard this charity was going under, I got the guys in the gym and I said, we're not going to let this happen. And David Butler here, gentleman sits there, he'll be there tomorrow morning. I played with him too for 35 years. We'll raise money, about $225,000. Now, how do we do this? We have no clue, none whatsoever. But we call on our friends. Vince Shervin has been doing it for years. He's a great asset to me. But the rest of the guys at Widener are too. One of the things that makes us unique is not what we did at Widener University. It's what we continue to do every day. And that's all you heard from every participant that's been up here today and every award winner. With that said, I'm going to go back to bed because it's late for me. I really feel honored to be a part of this great university and the Hall of Fame. Thank you very much.